I'm Beth with 50 Plus Beauty, and I'm excited that you're here with me today to see my Color Me Beautiful face. That's right. Remember the 80s, ladies? If you're my age, and I'm almost 60, you remember the years when we went through figuring out our colors and doing the Color Me Beautiful thing? Well, I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Kathy A, and her channel is Kathy A's Beauty, and she did a complete video about Color Me Beautiful. And you can tell by seeing the colors that she wears on her channel that she really wears the colors that benefit her season very much. And I will put a link to her video below because she'll tell you a lot of good information about the Color Me Beautiful color theory. And in a nutshell, we're all divided into 4 color groups, 2 cool tone groups and 2 warm tone groups. The cools are winter and summer, and the warms are spring and autumn. I happen to be a spring, which means that I look good in these color tones. And actually, I got these from the Color Me Beautiful website, and I'll put a link below. The theory is that if I wear these spring kind of warm, clear tone colors, that I will look better, and that goes for everything you wear from your closet, but also your makeup. And I had read the books and gotten my colors analyzed back in the 90s. And in fact, at one point, I'm embarrassed to admit that I had all of these beautiful clothes that were all winters, which is blacks and grays and whites and that kind of thing. And I actually had a garage sale and sold all my beautiful clothes in order to buy turquoise and salmon clothes, which I look good in them maybe, but wearing a turquoise suit just doesn't do it for me. But when I saw Kathy's video, I was reminded of the color theory and realized that there was definitely something to that, and so I wanted to investigate it a little further, and I ordered some books from Amazon, which I'll show you a little later in the video, but I also ordered a little color makeup kit from the Color Me Beautiful people, and this kit is in my spring warm tone colors. It's a little lipstick and an eyeshadow palette and a blush, and I'll show you those in a minute because I'm actually wearing them right now, and I'll show you them as I put them on my face. And the kit also included a little swatch of all of my spring colors. And really that's why I bought that makeup. It was $60 for the makeup and the little swatches, but the swatches alone were $20, so I thought, hey, I'll just buy the whole kit and do it as a video. And I tend to overdo things, so the minute I got this information and started reading the Color Me Beautiful books, I decided, I really need to make over my closet and get rid of all of my clothes that I have now that aren't in my color and buy the ones that are in my color, and I realized that that would be way too expensive. And here's a shot of my closet, and as you can tell, I have a lot of black blazers, I have a lot of black and white sweaters, I have very little color, especially in the winter. I do a little better on color in the spring and summer, but there is no way I can afford to replace all of those clothes. And I realized that I liked wearing the color black. Given the choice between wearing an aqua suit, which would be my color, and a black suit, I would choose the black suit every time. But I realized that maybe what I could do is start introducing little pops of my supposed spring colors, like this little red is a spring color, and it looks good, and I tend not to wear reds. And springs and autumns, which are the warm tone colors, look good in gold jewelry, so I have my gold earrings on, and I pulled out my little costume jewelry gold bracelet there. And I have always really favored gold jewelry. However, with the style being silver, I've been wearing a lot of that lately. So anyway, I'm diverging in all this, but I hope you'll take some time and go over to visit Kathy A's channel and look at her wonderful video because she goes very in depth about the color theory. Well, enough talking about Color Me Beautiful. Let me take off this makeup and I'll show you how it worked. Okay, now we're up close and personal to start putting on this little spring eyeshadow palette. And they, of course, have palettes for all the other 3 seasons, which are different than this one. I'll go ahead and use this little light pink shade, kind of on the brow. Not kind of, on the brow. And then we're going to use it on the other side there. This light pink is one of the spring colors. And I don't want to confuse you because it is going into winter, but I am called spring because I'm on the warm side and look good in brights. Now I'm going to go ahead and use that same color on the lid. Just a little bit on the inner part there, because I do like a little bit of lightness on the lid. I think it wakes up our eyes and helps emphasize that we have lids because they do start to sink a little bit and disappear. Now I'm going to take my little e.l.f. shader brush and go in here with this little taupey color, and we're going to make that the rainbow area. That's fitting because I used to have a kids show when I first got out of college called One of a Kind, and I was the rainbow lady. So to have a rainbow transition is a good thing. Do the other side. Tap off the brush. These are Adrian Arpel shadows, and that's an older brand, but it's a good one. They go on very smoothly and they blend very well. Now I'll go in that little corner, and that's what I really like this little e.l.f. shader brush for, is you just do a little circular motion there. I've told you this before, but I do love this brush. And it just gives you a little bit in that V and up above that V. which is what we want to do in that V, is to emphasize that area and the area right above. Just a little light color there. Now I'm confused whether to go in with the blue or the purple. I think I'm going to be bold and go in with the purple. I'm going to take another one of those little e.l.f. shader brushes and go in with that purple. Start it in that outer V, little circular motion there. A little bit up into the crease. Just darken that just a little bit. Whoa, that is pigmented. Go over to the other side here. We will fix that. We will blend that. That looks terrible. Maybe I should have done the blue. I just did blue though yesterday in a smoky eyes video. It was a great little kit that was $10 from LA Colors, and it's a party look. I really liked it. Whoa, now let's definitely blend that out. We'll take our little Sigma E25 shader brush and go right along that top there. Oh my, that is too intense. Just kind of blend that out. Whoa, a little better. And this side is the real dark one. Blend that out. Wipe off that brush. And we're going to add a little bit of pink on the top there, just to kind of soften up that purple. It almost looks a little black, which is strange. A little more on the inside. Do a little on the inner corner too. A little of that pink. Trying to lighten up the purple. Now sometimes when the top of the eyeshadow looks a little bit heavy, it helps to bring it down under. So we're going to do that again with that little purple color, just in that outer corner. Just a little bit right there. Bring it up a little bit into the transition because that's going to make that top blend. Kind of like that. Do the other side. Just in the outer third, I would say. And again, bring it up to the transition. Blend that in a little bit. Now let's go ahead and go in with that little taupey color. I'm going to bring that a little bit into the inner corner there, just to kind of blend in the purple a little more. Just like that. In fact, put the brown a little bit over the purple to null that down just a little bit. There you go. Now because that eye color is a little bit intense, it's rather dark, it's especially important to bring some light in under the eye. So I'm going to go in with this Anastasia Pro Pencil in the color Base 1. And I'll show you how that looks. So you see on that eye, it's just a little bit brighter, a little bit whiter color. Although this is a tan. I've tried the white before and to me it's just too white. It doesn't look like it matches the whites of my eyes because the whites of my eyes are kind of yellow at this age. So there's how it looks with that Pro Pencil all in the waterline. It just brings a little bit of lightness to the bottom part of the eye. Now off camera, I'm going to be going ahead and doing my liner and my mascara. And because I'm in the color Spring range, which is a warm tone, I'm supposed to use a brown liner, so I will. I'll be using this Physicians Formula liner in brown. And I'm really supposed to be using a brown or blackish brown mascara, but I don't have one. So I'm going to be using this Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara in black. Okay, I'm back. The eyes are done. And I will say this little Physicians Formula eyeliner, it's called Eye Booster, is wonderful. It has a wonderful little thin brush, and I was able to draw a very, very thin line. I would say if you're new at liquid liner, this Physicians Formula Eye Booster would be a good one to try. Next, we'll go into the little Color Me Beautiful blush, and this is in the color Cedar Rose. I'll go ahead and take my little Sigma blush brush, and I always like to put the blush over the apples of the cheeks. And I just learned this, just go up a little bit. Whoa, that is a pigmented blush. Go like this. And I just learned this tip from Lori on her channel, and I will link that. She's got a wonderful channel if you haven't seen her. But she says to bring the blush a little bit up here. And I've been trying it and I kind of like it. The idea there is that we're sort of lifting the cheeks. In fact, I'll link her video. She did a great video on tips to keep us looking younger. And that is a nice blush color, and it's good for us spring-toned girls because it has a little bit of a salmon to it, and that's always good on warmer toned spring skins. Now, to give my face a little bit more definition, I'm going to be going in and adding a little bit of extra highlighter. And this is the Dual Finish Highlighter. It's by Estee Lauder. And they did send this to me, but I really like it. It's really a rather strong highlight. And just right on the tops of the cheeks where you would see the sun hit you. Maybe a little bit on the apple too. That gives you a nice highlight. I'll do a little bit in the divots, a little bit on that side, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I like that highlighter. It's a little bit on the stronger side, so you need to be a little bit careful not to overdo. Now I'm going to add a little bit of contour, and to do that I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Contour from this little palette. And you know, I like this Maybelline contour because it is not overly pigmented. And I really like that. As you know, I have problems wearing chocolate bars on my cheeks, and I don't like that. Just a little bit right under that cheekbone. Don't come any further than about here. You don't want it to look like you have dirt around your mouth. A little bit on the chin area, just to define that chin. Starting to get a few sags here. Don't like that. Make them go away with a little bit of brown contour. A little bit down on the neck, just to look like you have a shadow because you have such a strong chin. Okay, there's the contour. Now back to the Color Me Beautiful kit. They sent me this little lipstick in the color Apple Blossom. And I have to say, it is not really a color that I would normally wear, but we're going to try it out here. It's a very creamy lipstick. I think I'll go over the Cupid's bow a little bit to make that upper lip look a little bigger. So we finished off the face with that very bright lip. So that is a look at my spring tone face. And again, spring has nothing to do with the fact that winter is coming. Spring is just the color tone of my skin because it's a warm, clear type of tone. The other warm shade is an autumn. And you're an autumn if you look good in like rusts and browns and oranges, those kind of deep fall colors. Autumns can tend to have some red in their hair, whereas springs are more likely to be blonde, but they're kind of a golden toned blonde. Whereas summers are more of an icy ash blonde, and they tend to look good in kind of paled out, icy colors, pastels, that kind of thing. And winters to me are the luckiest because the stores are filled with winter type clothes. They look good in blacks and whites and reds and jewel tones. And their makeup is cool tone, but with very strong colors. And I will say that whenever I go through a phase like this, Color Me Beautiful phase is kind of a phase to kind of examine this. I ordered some books from Amazon. I got Color Me Confident, which was kind of interesting. I got the Color Me Beautiful Makeup Manual, which goes more in depth about the makeup. And I got Color Me Younger, of course, Color Me Younger. And I should be buying more browns and camels and that kind of thing. But that would be a good spring look for me. I just wouldn't feel comfortable going into a business meeting necessarily in those colors. I'm probably going to stick with a lot of the wardrobe colors that I already have. I might add in a few browns and camels, but mostly I do have black and all my shoes are black. So I think I'm kind of sticking with my original clothing colors. Now I always like to leave you with a little thought for the day, and I've been using this card deck, The Language of Letting Go. And letting go is the thing I'm most working on in my second half. So this is a great card deck for me. And I hope we'll have a card that says something to you. This is a good one. Enjoying life. Enjoying life. And she's got beautiful flowers there. Take time to smell the roses. Today I will do something just for the fun of it. I will find something to do that's just for me. And I won't worry about what I should be doing and enjoy life to the fullest. Oh, ladies, this is fantastic. All of us in the second half, you know, we've done all the hard work in the first half. Usually we've raised our kids. Hopefully we're not raising our grandkids. We may be doing that. And even when we do have obligations, let's focus on enjoying life. One thing about the second half is that we now realize that our days truly are numbered. Literally, they're numbered. When we were 30, we never thought about the end. The end was nowhere near in sight or in mind. But now we need to think about that. And we need to ask ourselves the question, are we doing the most we can in this moment right now to get some enjoyment out of it? And that's what I really want to do today. We can really realize those things that bring us happiness, do more of them, and have a more enjoyable life. Take care. See you next time.